Three things that I love about Johannesburg you might not hear people actually ever say. Hey, Jason here, if you've been watching the channel, you see me as I've been going through this nomadic lifestyle for 9 years now. I am on my, I'm sorry, those pigeons are fighting above me. They're weird. Please don't mess on me. Hey, I'm gonna keep this going. I'm not even gonna edit this out. And so I've been going through this nomadic lifestyle 9 years now. I'm actually on my fourth continent, third country, I believe. And one of the things I started doing is actually just sharing my life, sharing the things I've learned to help the next person who may want to live this nomadic lifestyle. So you don't have to make some of the mistakes that I made along the way. And also, things to look out for and to avoid. So in this video, we're going to actually talk about three things I really love about Johannesburg. Now, everybody knows I love South Africa. I love Johannesburg. I've been here for about a week now. I'm going to be here for the rest of the month because my mom came to visit, and because the electricity and everything was stable now, I figured this would be the best country for her to meet me in, because things just not as good right now in Lusaka. But it's slowly getting better. I heard it rained today. And so the first thing I love about Johannesburg is it's a big city. Man, I gotta trim my mustache, it's starting to itch me. But it's a big city, and what I like about it being a big city is the people who know you, and then all these people who just never know who you are. They're not really looking your way. You can be lost in this city as far as you can go days without people seeing you. If you get what I'm saying, if you've been in small towns, small villages where your daily routine is hey, you see the same people over and over and over. Here, you can go have a fresh experience and nobody know who you are. It's like your first day back in the country. So I really do love that about here. Second thing that I actually love about it is the peace. And I know some of the locals of Johannesburg are gonna be like, it's not peaceful. You just haven't seen Joburg. I'm telling you, I lived in CBD. I've stayed in Sandton. I've stayed in Melville. I'm staying in Randburg now. For me, this is a very peaceful city. And the reason why I say for me is because, I'm not a party person. I'm not out here drinking. I'm not out here out in those scenes. Excuse me. Truth be told, I'm actually very rarely out at night anyway. It's just not the lifestyle I like anymore. I prefer to move around in the daytime. It's just me. I feel like nighttime is just time to be in your home. That's just the way I am. That's my ideology. I don't force that on other people. But you can still have that nightlife here. I'm just telling you, for me, I find peace in it. I'm not worried about who I'm waking up to the next morning. This drama, that drama. I'm good. I'm good. And then another thing about the safety here is when you live in safe neighborhoods, they're safe neighborhoods. It's not something might happen. It's safe neighborhoods are safe neighborhoods. And when you're staying in a real safe neighborhood, the thing that you see here is people here are very family oriented. Even though there may be people from different countries, different tribes, they care. People care here. And it's really great to see a big city where there's still humanity in it. Everything isn't just about the dollar, what are you doing for me? There's still that humanity here. Just to give you an example where I'm at right now. The first few days when my mom was a little rough here because, it was a little cooler here and she's not used to this southern pole, this polar cool temperature. It's a different cold than Texas cold. And so, the neighbors asked me, it was like, hey, is your mom doing good? Blah, blah, blah. They came to speak to her and stuff. Then they saw I had a heater on for her. So they explained to me how to take a bowl, put some water in it, set it in front of the heater, and it'll help humidify while she's warming up. Really good thing. After 2 days, she was feeling a lot better. She was starting to get her energy. She was resting well. And now she's having a good time here. And that wouldn't have been possible without being in the neighborhood I'm in and the people talking to me. That part of the people here is a big part of why I consider Johannesburg safe. It's a really good people in this city, and I've only met great people here, man. I'm gonna tell you, maybe I've just been blessed, but I've met some really great people that I can call friends and family. And so that's why you're gonna always see me fighting for Johannesburg. It is a really great place. Third thing here, I'm actually do four things probably. Third thing here is the affordability of Johannesburg for what you're getting, the big city that it is, everything that it has to offer, minus transportation. It's a very affordable big city. Even with me being a vegan, I have different restaurants I can eat that's not breaking the bank. I'm never paying over about $8 for maybe some vegan meal if I buy it from a takeaway spot. Even if I buy vegan stuff at the store, like today, cause my mom wanted me to make her like some pita pockets with ground vegan beef, cabbage, and cheese in it. And the Beyond Burger meat was just I think $4. And I'm $4 or $5, like that's really no different than what I would have paid in the United States, or cheaper probably. And so all those things really matter to me because you can live a great life here, man, and it's not that expensive. Um, like here for this Airbnb, I think I paid about seven something, almost 800 for it. However, if I was living here, I'd probably for the same place maybe 400 a month or 500 a month. Like it's very affordable to live here in South Africa too. If you're coming as a foreigner from the U.S. or the U.K. with a higher currency exchange, and so like the price you're probably paying for safety in your home country is probably a lot higher than what you're paying here. And the areas that are safe here is just safe, man. Like it's a really good place. Fourth thing I would say is the vibe here. Joburg is a vibe, man. Like, and the thing that I love about Joburg vibe is you can find your vibe no matter what you into. Whatever you into, you will be able to find your vibe here. Like I said, if you're a nightlife person, there's the nightlife. If you're a Comic-Con anime person, there's the Comic-Con anime here. If you're a winery person, there's a wine here. Like there's a wine exhibit coming at the end of the month. If you're into the hippie lifestyle, there's the hippie market for you. If you're into the more bougie, they have the more bougie places. Like it is a really great place here. And once you find your vibe here, man, like it's you. So like for me, as someone who likes to use different strains, I have different places I can go here, get strains, smoke out back, relax for a few hours, nobody bothering you, just shooting shit, chatting, and just real good time, real good conversations, thought-provoking and sativa, indica induced conversations, like a really great time, man. And I love that about Joburg. Like I be in my own place, my own little vibe, my little bubble here, and I have a great fucking time. And then I'm gonna add one more, the fifth thing. The fifth thing that I love about Joburg is when I come here, I get very business oriented. For me, Joburg isn't a big distraction. It helps me like really center in on my creativity around business. What are things that I want to do? What are things I can try to do or start doing at this moment? What are things that I need to maybe map out some more? What can I study? Excuse me. And so for me, Joburg, I don't know why, man, it just gives me that hustle. It drives the hustle for me because like it's a big city. It's the city of gold. Like for a person like me, it's like, I love this. Like, man, if I would have came here earlier. So if you're someone who's like entrepreneurial, business focused like I am, like you'll probably come here and you just be like, just moving. Like when I tell you your gears are moving at high speed, because everything you're seeing like, oh man, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. Like just to give you an example, being here in this Airbnb, it actually gave me some ideas of how I want to do the tiny home community and how I can even add more space there without even missing out on much of having to take away much of the plot spaces. Like this gave me a really great example of how to do it, and it can still create the privacy that I wanted with the tiny homes, even though they're close together. So like this is why I love Joburg. Like I'm always shooting in fifth or sixth gear because it's like your engine is just revved up. It's like man, I want that McLaren. Man, I want that Bentley. I want to be the person doing like that's how I roll. Like when I see that and seeing people with all of this wealth, it motivates me, man. It fucking motivates me and get me like I'm driven to actually succeed. And that's one of the things I've been missing, like, because a lot of people don't get it unless you here in Joburg. Like, if you're thinking about coming to Africa, come to South Africa, yeah. Come to South Africa. Like I say, unless you have mobility issues or you're looking for a place to retire and build your dream home, minus those things and go to maybe Botswana or Zambia. But if you just want to say, hey, I want to come to Africa, see what it's like, come to South Africa, experience this region, hit up the entirety of the SADC. It's really beautiful people. I just met a great Ghanaian brother here when I was taking my mom to the African arts and craft place at Rosebank. I had a real great conversation with him, brother Ishmael. Real good dude, man. And, like, that's the thing about it. Like, with South Africa, you're gonna meet different Africans from all over the continent. Beautiful people, man. I'm telling you, yo. People are like, oh, you never leaving Africa. I'm not leaving. I have no reason to leave unless I need to just go on a vacation or go do some Buddhist stuff at a monastery, Buddhist monastery or something. But other than that, man, I just wanted to share that with you. Just what's supposed to be 3 things, but turned out to be 5 things that I just love about Joburg, man. This is a beautiful city, yo. Beautiful people, great weather. Man, this is, if there was heaven on earth, it'll probably be Joburg. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though I prefer Botswana, but Joburg, as far as a big city, this is what I love about here, yo. Like I just love this. Like, even like you see the red bricks behind me, like I love everything about it, the aesthetic, everything. And so if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you're emailing me, I'm seeing the emails, guys. I will start getting to them maybe in a week or so. Let me just say this. I'm spending time with my mom. She flew all the way out here, risked her health, risked her life, everything, and spend time with me. So I'm focusing most of my time just, spending time with her, being in the house, watching movies. So just please be mindful of that. If you see I'm not responding to emails, I'm spending time with my mom, okay? It ain't like we get to see each other much. So please just respect that. But other than that, just remember I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.